crisis in Congo has reached a breaking point. Over 770 people are dead, hospitals are overwhelmed, rebels have seized a key city, and now the Indian government is urging nationals to flee. What's happening on the ground? Stay with us. Fighting between DR Congo's military and Rwanda backed M23 rebels has left 773 people dead, according to Reuters. The bodies are piling up in hospital morgues in Goma, the eastern city now under rebel control. Many more lie on the streets. According to reports, the health ministry says 2,880 people have been injured in the past 5 days alone. Hospitals are running out of medical supplies, body bags, and ambulances. Aid agencies like Medicines Sans Frontiers and the World Food Programme have suspended operations due to security concerns. On Tuesday, the M23 rebels seized Goma, the capital of North Kivu province. This region is rich in gold, coltan, and tin, resources that have fueled decades of conflict. After capturing Goma, the rebels moved towards Bukavu in South Kivu, but Congolese forces backed by Burundian troops pushed them back on Friday. M23 is well trained, professionally armed, and part of a long history of Rwandan supported insurgencies in the region. Their rise follows a cycle of violence that has gripped eastern Congo since Rwanda's 1994 genocide. Hundreds of thousands have fled their homes. Displacement camps are overcrowded. Food and water are scarce. Reports of summary executions, gang rapes, and bombings of refugee camps have emerged. Despite the violence, the rebels claim they want to restore order. Water and electricity, cut off for days, are slowly being restored. Markets have reopened, but food supplies remain limited. Many displaced people are now returning home as roads reopen, but fear lingers. Some accuse the rebels of home invasions and sexual violence, forcing civilians to flee again. With the situation deteriorating, the Indian embassy in Kinshasa has issued a warning. Indians in Bukavu are urged to move to safer locations immediately while transport routes remain open. The embassy says it has limited ability to assist under current conditions. It has advised nationals to carry essential documents, medicine, and food at all times. Fighting stalled on Saturday as Congo's army retook several villages in Kalehi territory, south of Goma. Local leaders report that towns like Mukwija, Shanje, and Numbi are back under government control. Burundi, a key ally of Congo, has reinforced its troops in South Kivu. Its president, Evariste, warned Rwanda against escalating the conflict further, but tensions remain high. The conflict has sparked global condemnation of Rwanda's role. Western nations are calling for an immediate ceasefire, but so far, diplomatic efforts have failed. For now, the people of Congo remain trapped in an unending war, one that shows no signs of stopping. This crisis is far from over. Will the rebels hold their ground, or will Congo's army reclaim control? What happens next could change the region's future. Stay tuned for more updates.